Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Omri Thomas. If you didn't know, now you know it's me, Omri. Welcome back to Storytime Thursday. Yes, we're getting back into regular schedule. It's Storytime Thursday, Makeup Monday, period. We're getting on that. But anyways, I got a story time for y'all today, and I'm gonna tell y'all the story about how I stuck into the club when I was only 20, and I used my best friend ID to get in, period. Alright, so let's get straight into the video. So anyways, like I said, I was only 20. I had like 2 months, 3 months to turn 21, but I wanted to go to the club. I was tired of sitting in the house. I was bored. My friends was always going out without me. Like, oh, you're not 21 yet, so we're not gonna, we're not gonna wait for you to go out. We're gonna go out and have our fun. So if you gotta sit at home, you gotta sit at home. Type of thing. Was over there, wasn't feeling that. So how do I put it? I'm be honest. I went to jail for 3 months. Got out of jail, and I wasn't 21 yet still. So. So and they missed me. Bitch was on vacation for 3 months. They finna miss you. So came back from vacation, and then that same night there was like we wanna go out. Like we trying to have fun. Like we been bored. Having nothing to do. Whatever. So then I was like, okay, whatever, let's go. But I was like, how I'm finna get into the club because y'all wanna go to 21 over spas. Y'all ain't finna go to no 18 and over spas. So what we finna do? So then my friend was like, we're gonna figure out something basically, like, we're gonna figure out something because you finna get into this club. They was like, you finna get into this 21 over club with or without your ID. Either way you going. And I did. I got in, just saying. But anyway, so we was going through the motion, trying to figure out, and then she was like, use your mom's ID. And I was like, girl, that's not finna work. Clearly that's not for the work because they're gonna be like, you is not a female. So that went out the window. So then my best friend Jabari, y'all know Jabari or whatever. So then my friend Ruby was like, my friend name is Ruby, the girl, and my other best friend name is Jabari, the boy. Period. That's just that I'm in. Okay, so boom, now y'all know the name. Sorry I missed the story, that's dead. Anyways, so Ruby was like, oh my god, bitch used Jabari ID, and I was like, girl, how I'm gonna use Jabari ID? Clearly, if y'all know me and y'all know Jabari, y'all know he 10 times lighter than I is, and that's not gonna work. But at the same time, it did. Don't know how it did. But also in his picture, his ID that he had at the time, he had his haircut, which was, his hair wasn't curling. You didn't see his real natural hair color that much. And also the picture that he took was very dark, so it made him look darker, which means it could have matched me. So she was like, period, you finna use Jabari ID. Y'all, let me tell y'all, the whole time I'm nervous, I'm scared. I'm like, how's this finna happen? How finna get into this club? Like, if he look at the ID wrong, if I say something wrong, if he asks me my birthday, and I don't say Jabari's birthday, then it's like, you finna go back to jail, basically, because why you trying to sneak into this 21 over club? Right. So, we figured it out. It was like, okay, boom, you're going to use the right ID. It was like, you're going to get in. No matter what, you're going to get in. So then I'm walking around pacing like, oh my God, I'm nervous. Like, how I'm going to do this. And then they start asking me questions like, what's your birthday? How tall is you? Type of things like that. Like, and I got to say Jabari's birthday, April 14th, 1997. I'm an Aries, I had to play the part, be the part, so it worked, right? So then the whole time in the car, I'm like practicing his birthday, like, April 14th, April 14th, April 14th, April 14th. I'm instilling it in my head because if I get to the club and a dude asks me what your birthday is, or, just out of curiosity, or, trying to catch a bitch up in a lie, I say October 17th, which is my birthday, he gonna be like, that's not what your RD say, so who the fuck is this? Right. So I'm practicing. I'm like, okay, this finna go good. Like, I feel like I got this. They like, girl, don't worry about it. You got it. And I'm like, cause y'all got IDs. Y'all got your IDs with your name on it. Say y'all 21. I don't. I got an ID, but I'm 20. So we get to the club. And I'm sitting in the car. I'm contemplating. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, when we get in the parking lot, I'm not gonna do this. No, because like, first of all, we got there hella early because if we would have went later in the day, I feel like they would have been more strict because a lot more people come. So we got there like I want to say 10:09 because the club we went to didn't get popping like at one until 12 or 1 in the morning when the rest of the clubs closed. So I was like, okay, somehow we got to do this. We got to figure this out. So we got to figure this out somehow, some way. So we came with the plan to go before it got popping, before anybody was even in the parking lot. It was maybe like 5 people in the parking lot. So we got to the parking lot, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh my God, what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do this. So I just like, fuck it, I'm already here. What can happen? What more could happen other than they take his ID and give it? It's not my ID, so what I'm gonna do? So I got his ID. He stayed in the car because obviously we both can't go in the club at the same time because he need his ID and I need his ID to get in the club. Period. So then I go up there, talk to the dude or whatever. He like, how you doing? I ain't never seen you here before and blah blah blah. This and that. And I'm like, yeah. He asked me what the birthday was. I said April 14th, 97. That's me. He's like, okay, go ahead and go in. The whole time I'm nervous. I'm like, well, he asking questions. He doing this on purpose. But I knew this was gonna happen. A bitch was ready for it. So whatever. So then I get inside the club and we get to the bar and the lady asked me for the ID again and I was like, ooh. I was like, we're in light because, he used a little flashlight and it was real dark outside, so it wasn't gonna be that much for him to really see or be able to tell like a difference So when the lady asked me for the ID, I was kind of shaking, giving it to her. I was like, ooh, like, a little bit. So then I give her the ID, and then she's like, oh, you're Aries? The first thing that popped in my head, I looked at her, and I was like, Aries, ugh, that's nasty. But then I had to think about it. I was like, this not my ID. This somebody else's ID. So I was like, okay, bet. Yeah, I'm an Aries. She was like, oh, okay, Aries gang. I'm like, yeah, Aries gang. Yeah, I'm an Aries or whatever. Never will be an Aries in my life. Aries is lame. Libra gang all day. Libra gang all day. Purr. So anyways, so yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm an Aries, blah, 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 blah. This and that. She's like, okay, period. She's like, you want to drink? I'm like, yeah, girl, So I got in, I'm in there, I'm having fun, this and that. And I was like, okay, period, it worked. A bitch was nervous for no reason. But then, that wasn't it. So, in order for Jabari to get into the club, I had to go take him his ID. What I was nervous about was a different security was going to pop up right before I turned around and went back in the club. I was worried about like, oh, they was going to ask me for my ID again when they got to the bar because, nobody was in there. And I think the only reason that she asked me for the ID at the bar was because sometimes they don't have security and you could just walk in and like go sit at the bar or whatever. So then, they got to make sure you're 21 or over or whatever. They don't want to get closed, even though they did get closed. But anyways, so yeah. So, I walked outside, real nervous, walked to the car. I was like, okay, best friend, it worked, okay, Jabari, here you go your ID. And luckily it was the same security guard, so he just like patted me down, made sure that I was good and wasn't trying to bring in nothing, to pop no holes or nothing in there. So I was standing there because Jabari walked up and I'm nervous because the dude just seen the same ID that I gave him to get in the club. And then Jabari got it, like, cause you just showed me this ID, said it was you, but clearly now I'm looking in this man's face, it's him. So, I was nervous about that. I didn't want none of that to go there. I don't want to do it. I never stuck to no club before, but that night I did because I wanted to party, I wanted to drink, and smoke some hookah, and shake a ass, So then, Jabari gave him the ID, and I'm just looking at Jabari like, and Jabari looking at me like, bitch, what is you looking like that for? Like, what did you scare for? Like, you so scary for what reason? What did you scare for? And I'm just thinking in my head like, oh. And then he was taking a little bit long to like look at the ID. And I was like, fuck, he know this. We finna go down. He finna get us. We all going to jail. And anyways, he looked at the ID, gave him his ID back. And he was like, here you go. Y'all have a good night. And I was like, okay, here, we're going to have a good night. We went right up to that club and had a good night. And it was one of the best nights of my life. honestly. Like, it was real popping. Like, it was the most fun I had, you know, and I just told you I came back from vacation for 3 months. So I was in there throwing it back, drinking, smoking hookah. I went home real drunk. But overall, I had fun. And that's what the point of sticking it to the club was. Having fun. But anyways, yeah, that was fun. Um, and yeah, I stuck it to the club and I had my fun. And y'all don't recommend it because y'all could really go to jail for that. I'm just saying. They would call the police to come get you. Period. I'm just kidding. But anyways, that's the end of the story time. Thank y'all so much for watching. The lashes I have on today is period. So make sure you go get your lashes. And make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you get all my social media. They will be linked down below. And I will see y'all on my next. Make sure you remember to always smile. Never let a podcast bitch make you fun. It's just that on that. Because a bitch that's hating gonna always be hating. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.